Hi, it's Geraldine here to do the tea leaf reading for the full moon in Virgo, March 18th and beyond. So, how's everyone doing? Well, there's definitely still a lot of sadness in the air, but it feels like there is a breakthrough coming. And this full moon will bring clarity. So, just try and let go of the heaviness if you can and get into that action mode. That Virgo energy of this moon will definitely help you to get organised as we're approaching the Aries season here too. That will really help you get moving. So if you're feeling exhausted though, or just really emotional, angry, tense, whatever, just be sure to look after yourself. Okay. Take baths and do your full moon rituals and journaling, connecting with the earth, charge your crystals, whatever you would normally do at this time, or even maybe explore something new. Also a really good time to release old toxic habits and addictions with this full moon. Okay. Diet, as well, maybe just trying to clean up your diet, eat cleaner and that kind of thing. All right. So this opportunity really, you shouldn't be missed. Okay, you really want to try and work with this sort of energy. The spring equinox as well is on Sunday the 20th, and that brings fresh energy too. Okay, so it was a fairly balanced first cup. There was still a gap to fill. It could be a spiritual, physical, emotional or intellectual gap that you really need to look at there, and it's going to be different obviously for each of us. Right at the top of the cup there though, there was a candle, and that represents a support network, and it can be here in the physical world or in the spirit world. Okay, and it was supporting a person following their arrow. Now that arrow had already sort of started taking off, so arrows, which I love of course, they're the big life changes, the career, the relationship, the moves, those kinds of things that are very exciting. I mean, they're a bit nerve-wracking to start with, but they're always pointing you in the right direction. Okay? So, I mean, once you do change that direction, there is no going back. Like, you'll never do things the way you did them before. Okay? So, the KISS was written, just K-I-S-S, and there were a few things coming around that for me. I mean, obviously the first thing was the band KISS, and maybe it's just them, who knows, and another farewell tour or something, something like that. But I mean, if it's not that, it would suggest maybe you're getting the green light, to kiss people again, give them that kiss and hug that you would have normally. The masks obviously are coming off, and if you're comfortable with that, there are definitely lots of people out there who love to kiss and hug others. So I know everybody's not going to be open to that, but it's kind of like a green light for that. And also, if there has been anything or anyone holding you back, please cut those cords, let yourself fly. Okay, it was like I was showing somebody sort of in a little basket with a cord being attached and somebody at the bottom holding on to it. And this wee person was just in the basket, reaching up, like really just wanting to fly, and somebody else, holding on tight so they can't go. You have to sometimes just kiss them and let them go. Okay, kiss them goodbye. And if someone wants to leave, we'll have to let them go as well. We can't beg anyone to stay. Okay, if they don't want to stay, they're not going to stay. And if they do stay for us, they're not going to be happy, and that's not fair. So that was sort of what I was getting with KISS, those three things there. Then there was a figure with a shovel over his shoulder, and it looked like a coal miner. Now his head was down, he wasn't happy, and there's a baby there that he leaves while he's going to work. And, it could be, well, maybe somebody who really doesn't want to do that kind of work anymore. I know we have been coming away from that sort of work. But I mean, when you look at the state of the world right now, the gas prices and everything, maybe there's a wee bit of an uptake in that. People going back into that again. don't really love it, but just sort of going back into that. Anyway, something really around that, and as I say, looked like a coal miner. I mean, obviously it could have been, you know, anybody else who does sort of any digging or anything like that. Just doesn't really look that happy, and it could be for one reason or another. Really, they don't love their job, or, you know, the work is drying up for them somehow, and they've got a family at home to take care of. So again, you know, when that's happening to a family member, you know, the best thing we can really do is to support them while they try and find what they're going to do next. Okay, and you know, it just kind of brings me to this, like, let's all get out of the misery and pursue our soul purposes, you know, whatever makes our heart sing. And you know, once the whole world sort of does that, you know, once everybody's really doing that, we're going to find that the world will become a happier place, and it starts with each and every one of us. Okay, now definitely for some there is romance in the air, because I saw a really big rose, and it actually may come for some maybe at a martial arts class. So, you know, kind of caught in a headlock and then the eyes lock, you know, and it's the start of something really beautiful. Anyway, that's kind of the picture that I was seeing, sort of like a bit of a wrestle, a tussle, and it sort of got martial arts there from that. So there you go, something to do if you're maybe looking to meet somebody, maybe join a class, you know, and see where that takes you. Definitely this cup, this first one felt like there was a lot more joy than sort of what we've been seeing there for a while anyway. Then I went into the second cup, and I've never seen anything like this before, and I had goosebumps for sure. It was very empty, but right in the centre at the bottom there was like a religious figure, and so it looked really like the Pope, you know, with praying hands on sort of a big magnificent chair, and there was a bird flying beside him, and of course for me that would be sort of the sign of the Holy Spirit around. Anyway, it was really quite something to see, and I'm going to post that because I'm pretty sure others would see this too, so I will put it on to the Instagram. Now there is, if you're interested, there is a religious event on the full moon on Friday, I believe it's going to be, so that does involve the Pope if you are interested in following that. So anyway, that was all in the second cup, and I've never seen anything like that before, to take over the whole cup. So it'll be something obviously very big. So then there was a third cup, and I was shown a roller coaster ride, and each little car I was shown, there was also a dollar sign and an arrow upwards. Now of course through the readings I do ask if there are any stocks, shares that, you know, people should maybe look into, and you know, I was wondering when I saw that, you know, could it mean sort of Disney stocks, you know, that kind of fairground thing, maybe can that maybe start to go up again after being probably quieter than normal over this last couple of years. And again, it doesn't maybe mean that you need to go after that type of stock there, but it might lead you on, you know, onto something else that you are interested in, something that is more affordable. I don't know how much Disney stocks are or anything like that, but maybe something in and around that might lead you to something else that's more affordable, or something that resonates with you a bit more. I was also shown like a skidoo or a jet ski with a couple on it. There was somebody with archery. I saw the Highland Games again. So it sort of felt again like things again opening up, competitions maybe coming back that haven't been around. So anyway, something to look at. Another funny thing, I swear I don't know how they do this, but join planter was written. So Join and then planter. So again, first thing comes to me as a gardener, you know, join other planters, join gardening groups, learn to plant a garden. With the price of things, it's definitely a good idea to know how to plant a garden right now. And honestly, I just used the last of my carrots from last year, just about a month or so ago, and you know, they're still good, the last few of them in the fridge. I try to savour everything, and I have a couple of little beets left as well, so it is really quite amazing what you can get and hold on to, and people can and whatever. It's definitely a worthwhile thing. So that was really all that I saw in the cup. Not a ton in there, but definitely a different energy. sort of feels like it is a time when we will be getting very clear on what we do want, and some will already be seeing their dreams starting to come to fruition. Just let go, release what no longer serves. You know, and that really is one of the big things with a full moon, trying to release and move on. Little Sawyer was able to pick a clear quartz crystal for us this time, and that is the master crystal, and it amplifies energy, it attracts positivity, repels negativity. So do go ahead and have a wee look at that one. Just there are other meanings and uses and everything for it, many uses for it, so it is a really good one, as it is a moon, you know, full moon, this good clear quartz, trying to get clear on things, so trying to manifest and that, so a very, very good crystal to use. And of course, maybe before you're working with it here, just leave it out to have it cleansed in the moonlight, and get it really ready then just to start to use. Also, you know, don't forget your moon water as well. If you haven't tried that, it's lovely. It really is, actually. It's very, very, a very lovely soft water to drink. Just feels very nurturing and maybe nourishing as well. So if you haven't tried it, something to do. And anyway, just thanks again to everybody who does like and, you know, subscribe and everything. As I say, I do see that. Please do add comments if it is legit and not bots and everything. I will open up the comments. And, you know, as I said before many times, you know, there are scammers and everything on YouTube trying to get money out of people. So anyway, that's why I keep it just closed up, and there's this little group that I try and do these readings for. But I do appreciate you certainly sharing it and liking and everything. And I just want to wish you a very happy St. Patrick's Day to anybody who celebrates, and happy spring as well on the weekend here. So all in all, it definitely does feel like a brighter, sort of more positive energy in spite of what's going on. Hopefully maybe there will be some breakthroughs, and I'll chat to you next time. Please do take care. Bye bye.